Most men think compliments attract women, so they say things like, "You're beautiful," "You look hot," "You're gorgeous." And instantly, they lose power. Because here's the truth. A woman hears these compliments every single day. From strangers, from desperate men, from guys seeking approval. And when a compliment sounds common, you instantly become forgettable. A stoic man understands something deeper. Women don't chase praise. They chase how you make them feel about themselves. The first compliment that creates attraction is, white right pointing backhand index, "You have a very calming energy." Why does this work? Because you're not praising her body. You're recognizing her presence. You're telling her she affects the emotional atmosphere around you. And suddenly, she feels seen, not judged. Most men notice appearance. Few men notice essence. And when you notice what others ignore, her mind starts replaying the moment long after you leave. That's where attraction truly begins. Microphone hash part 2, the compliment that creates emotional curiosity. Here's something psychology rarely tells men. Women become attached to men who make them curious about how they are perceived. Not obvious compliments, not predictable validation, but thoughtful observations. The second stoic compliment is, white right pointing backhand index, "You're different from most people. I can't fully figure you out yet." Notice what happens here. You're not chasing. You're not worshipping. You're inviting mystery. This activates one powerful emotional trigger, curiosity. Now she wonders, what does he see in me? Why am I different? What does he mean? And instead of you thinking about her, she begins thinking about you. Stoic men don't overwhelm women with attention. They create space for imagination, because attraction grows strongest in silence, not noise. When a woman feels intriguing rather than evaluated, her interest deepens naturally. Microphone hash part 3, the compliment that makes her think about you all night. This final compliment is where most men fail. They try to impress, but stoic men do something rarer. They show selective appreciation. The third compliment is, white right pointing backhand index, "I like how confident you are without trying to prove anything." This compliment hits differently, because you're recognizing inner strength. You're telling her, "I see your self-respect." And psychologically, this creates a powerful reaction. She feels understood at a deeper level, not desired only, but valued. And here's the stoic secret. People become emotionally attached to those who validate their identity, not their looks. Now she associates you with emotional safety, calm masculinity, quiet confidence. And later that night, your words replay in her mind, not because you tried too hard, but because you spoke less and meant more. Most men think attraction comes from giving more attention, more texts, more praise, more compliments. But Stoic philosophy teaches the opposite. Desire grows in emotional mystery. A woman does not become fascinated by the man who explains everything. She becomes fascinated by the man who makes her feel discovered, yet unfinished. That's why the second compliment works on a deeper psychological level. White right pointing backhand index. "You're interesting. There's something about you most people probably don't notice." Notice the difference. You are not trying to impress her. You are revealing that you observe beyond the surface. And psychologically, this activates something powerful inside her mind. Self-reflection. Now she begins asking herself, what does he see that others don't? Why did he say that? What part of me stood out to him? At that moment, you stop being just another conversation. You become a mental puzzle. And human attraction thrives on unfinished puzzles. Why this compliment works, psychology explained. Most compliments give closure. Beautiful. Conversation ends. Cute. Emotion ends. But the stoic compliment opens a loop. And the brain hates open emotional loops. So her mind keeps returning to you, trying to understand your perception. This is known as a curiosity gap. Stoic men instinctively create it because they speak less, observe more, and reveal slowly. You are not giving validation. You are giving recognition. Validation says, "I want you to like me." Recognition says, "I notice something real about you." And recognition is rare. Scales has the stoic delivery, most important part. The power is not only in the words, it's in how you say them. A stoic man speaks calmly, maintains relaxed eye contact, says the compliment once, then changes the topic naturally. He does not wait for approval, because confidence is silent certainty. When you don't chase a reaction, your words gain weight, and suddenly she feels something unusual. You're interested, but not needy, present, but not dependent. That emotional balance creates attraction faster than any pickup line ever could. Electric light bulb, the hidden effect. Hours later, something subtle happens. She remembers the conversation, not because you tried to entertain her, but because you made her feel uniquely perceived. And people become emotionally attached to those who help them see themselves differently. This is why stoic men often appear mysterious without trying. They don't flood interactions with attention. They leave behind thoughts, and thoughts turn into fascination. Here is something most men never understand. Attraction may start with excitement, but intimacy only grows where a woman feels emotionally safe. And safety does not come from being overly nice. It comes from emotional stability. This is where Stoic philosophy completely changes the game. A Stoic man doesn't chase attention. He creates calm presence. And the third compliment activates exactly that feeling. White right pointing backhand index. I feel peaceful talking to you. You have a grounding energy. This is not a physical compliment. It is not flirtatious on the surface, but psychologically, it is extremely powerful because you are complimenting how she makes you feel, not how she looks. Why this compliment works so deeply? Most women hear the same compliments repeatedly. You're hot. You're gorgeous. You look amazing. These words create temporary attraction, but they don't build emotional connection. When you tell her she brings peace, something different happens. Her brain associates you with emotional comfort, trust, stability, emotional maturity. And here's the hidden truth. Women are naturally drawn toward men who feel emotionally safe yet strong. You are signaling that you are not chaotic, needy, or seeking validation. You are calm, grounded, self-controlled. Exactly the trait Stoicism values most. Scales hash the Stoic principle behind it. Stoicism teaches a powerful man controls his reactions instead of chasing emotions. When you say this compliment calmly, without exaggeration, you communicate. I enjoy your presence, but I am already complete. That balance creates magnetic attraction, because now she feels appreciated, respected, emotionally understood, without feeling pressured. And pressure destroys attraction faster than rejection ever could. Electric light bulb, the emotional shift she experiences. After hearing this, many women unconsciously begin investing more. She may open up about personal things, prolong conversations, initiate texting more, look for reasons to spend time with you. Why? Because humans naturally move toward places where they feel calm and accepted. You become associated with emotional rest. And emotional rest is rare in modern dating. No entry sign the mistake most men make. They overdo it. They repeat compliments. They seek reassurance. They try to force intimacy. A Stoic man does the opposite. He gives one meaningful compliment, then allows silence to do the rest. Silence creates depth. Mystery creates desire. Presence creates attachment. Now let's reveal the truth most men never hear. The strongest attraction is not created by what you say. It is created by what you don't say. Stoic philosophy teaches one timeless principle. White right pointing backhand index, power lives in restraint. And this is where everything we discuss comes together. You can give the right compliments, show confidence, create emotional connection. But if you overtalk, overexplain, or overchase, you silently destroy attraction. Why mystery creates desire? Human psychology works on curiosity. When everything about you is instantly available, the mind stops wondering. But when a man remains slightly mysterious, calm, composed, and selective with his words, curiosity grows. And curiosity turns into attraction. A Stoic man never tries to impress. He allows discovery. Instead of saying, "Do you like me? What are we? Why didn't you reply?" He observes. He stays emotionally balanced. He lets interest reveal itself naturally. And paradoxically, this makes her think about him more. Scales hash the Stoic masculine energy. Real confidence is quiet. It doesn't beg for validation. It doesn't rush intimacy. It doesn't fear silence. When you walk away from conversations at the right time, when you remain calm instead of reactive, when your attention feels valuable rather than unlimited, you communicate high self-worth without speaking a single word. Women don't chase loud energy. They chase certainty wrapped in calmness. Electric light bulb, the final attraction secret. Here's what truly makes a woman emotionally invested. Not compliment alone, not appearance alone, not money or status. It is this combination. Have a checkmark genuine appreciation. Have a checkmark emotional intelligence. Have a checkmark calm confidence. Have a checkmark controlled attention. When she feels respected, understood, and slightly curious about you, her imagination starts doing the work for you. And imagination is stronger than persuasion. No sign what stoic men never do. They never beg for attention, flood messages, seek approval, force emotional closeness. Because stoicism understands something powerful. White right pointing backhand index attraction grows in space. Give connection, then give room. Show interest, then return to your purpose. When your life feels full without needing her validation, you become naturally magnetic. Fire final closing message. Remember this stoic truth. The man who controls himself never needs to control anyone else. Speak less, observe more, value your presence. And when your energy feels calm, grounded, and intentional, attraction stops being something you chase and becomes something that quietly follows you.